John, last one for you. I want to talk about expansion a little bit because we just saw news about the Oakland A's possibly and their move to Vegas. And so Vegas is out in terms of an expansion team because they might be getting Vegas. But Manfred has been pretty vocal about the fact that he wants to expand to 32 teams within the next few years. I guess my first question to you is, do you think that happens? And where would you like to see an expansion team?
I hope so. I hope it happens. We got to get to a number like 32 would be phenomenal. Now you're talking about 4 8-team divisions. You're talking about maybe being able to do things strategically with realignment and playoff systems that would be phenomenal. Look, I've been an advocate of a first half, second half winner. I think in baseball competitive balance, if you get to 32 teams, you can now have a first half, second half winner where it entices teams to stay away from the tanking, stay away from like, we're just going to rebuild for 5 years. Because the small market team argument is this: you can't compete in 162 games. We saw what the Marlins did in COVID year. We saw what other teams could do in a 60-game stretch. So in a first half, second half scenario, you have strategy, you have ability to compete. Your team might be hurt the first half, and the second half you reboot. That's how I get excited about 2 more teams, being that you can now expand your horizon of how you want to go about playing baseball and how the competitive balance can now be regional and it can be more strategic in that. And as far as the cities, that's where it gets, how many states could add another team, but you could have a Nashville team. Charlotte's always been on that. They talk about Mexico, maybe possibly being a team. Wherever and whoever would be willing to fit that mold, I think would be great for the game. For the longest time, until this talent boost came in, we were talking about retraction. Now I'm more excited about adding to than retracting to, because the talent pool has been obviously way better, and the younger player is more prepared than ever. So that's what I would like. I'd love to see 2 more teams come in the fray, because then you can do a lot.
Were you playing when there was expansion in the league?
Yes.
So was there just an expansion draft, and were you protected from it? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so there was only so many players you could protect, and then once they selected one, you could, I guess, protect some more. David Need was our guy that got selected by the Colorado Rockies, and I forget who the other one, but yeah, you can only protect so many. And then that roster is made up of major leaguers and then backfilled with minor leaguers. And look, they've taken away some of the minor league cities and levels. I kind of understand that, but I still think that the talent and the young talent is vibrant and good enough to where now it wouldn't take that team that much longer to be relevant. The Colorado Rockies are a perfect example. It wasn't too long after their expansion that they were the beast. And so you see this play out in sports, and we forget it happens in other sports. It just hasn't happened in baseball in quite some time. But I wouldn't be advocating this if I didn't think the talent pool wasn't good enough to cover it.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with you there.